I am here with Barry Porter at his beautiful farm in Palm Beach Point, and we're here to kick it today. Look what he has set in the ring, and thanks for having us
Thanks
here
for
today.
coming out.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah. Tell me about your philosophy with course design in the ring.
What we think about is we want the horses to have seen everything. We want them being prepared for every type of jump they could see. You're going to see a lot of no standards. You're going to see a lot of things on top of things. As far as the jumps go, it's really just keeping it diversified so the horses stay interested every day. And as far as the lines go, it's really a lot of options. We want the horses to be prepared to stretch, to shorten, or anything in between.
This is a good sized ring.
Yeah, we love it. It's really fun here.
And do you usually have this many jumps set up?
This is normal.
Yeah.
This is about normal. As the season goes on, sometimes it gets a little more intense and you'll probably see a few more jumps. We have a few things that haven't been brought out yet for the season, but this is pretty normal.
And equitation is kind of your specialty, right?
Yeah, we love it.
Like you're the eq man.
we have fun doing it, that's for sure.
Right on. Could you walk me through a little bit the elements that you have out here and what they do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
We always start the course usually with the gymnastic line, usually on the outside line of the ring, whether it be on this side of the ring or that side of the ring, it changes. Today we have a very long one stride, vertical in. We want to make sure that the horses are thinking about taking the riders out. So we have an oxer out. It's 25, 26 feet. So they have to jump in and riders put their leg on. The horses think about stretching across the back pole of B.
And these were set on the lot as stone hunter boxes. And you said make them signal blue.
Yeah, we call this the War Eagle line. It's very Auburn. Every time you jump down, you have to scream War Eagle.
Got it. Rad. Narrow pickets. Do these do something that the wide pickets don't do?
To be fair, I like the narrow pickets because they save space in the ring. So they make my ring feel wider. You know, when you want to go closer to the rail, they give us a little more space for the tractor to get by, so we're not having to take jumps down every time we want to drag the ring. It just makes my life simpler.
You dig it. You're a narrow picket guy.
Exactly. Keep it simple.
Great. Now we have to trade them all out. Okay, so more Auburn.
The whole line is War Eagle. Up in 6 here. At the beginning, I don't really know that you can ask any of the horses to get up this line in 6. It's probably going to be easy 7 because we carry this to now a very short combination, short one stride. So then they have to clear the oxer. They have to land, put their feet down and move back. These are probably 17, 18 feet, depending on the riders or the horses. They might even get a little tighter. So the question is, can they jump in? Can they stretch? Can the riders follow them down the line and then jump the oxer and move their feet backwards? Can they shorten here?
And just for reference, a normal one stride's 24 feet.
24 feet, right?
So
it's long to very short. All the questions in this one line. And then if you do the line the other way, which is the big thing we try to do here, is make it where everything goes both ways. Then they have to shorten, and then they have to really respond to the rider's leg, get up the line, and stretch out the other direction.
And on average, how many times does it take your students to nail this?
It depends on the student. The last course, nobody nailed it. The course was at 100%.
10-foot poles.
Same reason again. I mean, we do have some 12-foot material. I like the length of material. I think also plays effect on how the horses jump and how they read the fences. We'd play with it. There's 12-foot poles in the middle of the ring. If we're going to use the 10-foot poles, again, it's nice on the outsides just so it makes your ring feel even that much wider. This ring, we're not really limited with space, but it's always nice to think about.
And you travel with these jumps or you leave them?
Oh yeah, no, we travel. Some of these jumps are, our farm owners are lovely people and they also keep the jumps here, so they use dalmanjumps as well. We have a group of dalmanjumps that live here. We have what we call the traveling equitation fences that we don't see many places. We have a trailer full of jumps that just, you know, spook horses really. And
an arsenal.
Exactly. And then we have a pile of jumps at our farm in Lexington too.
Right on.
All Dalman.
That's awesome. 6'2" Riviera, one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a great fence, right? If you have like the younger kids that maybe need a little help, you can flip this up and it maybe is a little less daunting, a little less careful for what we're doing today and what we've been doing this week, getting ready. We want to see them jump that big solid hedge coming into this, shorten for 3 strides, and then the riders be able to clear this fence being upright and careful like this. It's why we have nothing under it. I want to see that the riders can execute this question, so no help.
Baller. Should we take a look at this hedge down
Yeah,
here?
let's look at the hedge, huh?
The first thing I noticed is only half of my 1.10 turf walls. It's only 5 feet of the 10 feet.
Oh yeah, because the other's right there.
So this is like either venting or equitation. You put flags.
The other thing to riding is you can't just shorten and gallop. You actually have to steer. So we prefer that the riders know how to close the left side and the right side and meet the middle. So, okay, I think that if you put this wall together, is it a little bit intimidating to some people? Maybe, but it's 10 feet long. Anybody can jump that. I think that when you put it here by itself, that you have to have the expectation to close both doors and create a chute for the riders to jump down, which, you know, they come off of an element down there. You know, they can bend off of a couple of options down there. So they come up here, they really have to be steering. They have to have enough canter because this is tall enough to jump this and clear it. And then they have to shorten and jump what's very careful because this wall holds the horses off themselves. The riders don't really have to think about jumping this careful.
It's wild how big a 1.10 m looks.
Yeah, right?
And it's covered in turf.
Exactly. We love it. We love
awesome. Is this both ways too? You're coming long approach, you're
this
coming
is for
off
sure
the rail?
both ways. You can jump it black flower box way, or you can jump it white flower box way, which is a little bit how I keep it easy for the students to understand what I'm saying. So we put black flower boxes on one side, white on the other, and that way I can tell them if you catch it coming this direction. So this line is 39 feet. Depending what we're doing, it can be 2 strides or 3 strides. It's a very, very long 2 stride. It's a very, very short 3 stride. It was built a little bit off the matching rails there to that oxer. It depends if we come on over, then we might do something forward to something steady, or we might do something forward to something forward and then have to balance the turn. I think we have an array of options here.
Sweet. And these standards, these are not 1.60 m
No,
standards.
I love the standards. You know, again, it helps with the steering. You know, you need something to hold these gates up, obviously, but it's nice that the horses don't get to rely on the wings all the time. The wings kind of do what the rider should do and funnel the horse towards the center of the jump. And I always love it when you can ask more rider questions too.
I'm seeing a theme out here.
Yeah, there's a theme. There's a theme for sure.
And we usually do this in white, but you said natural, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, natural. I've got some other natural rails that it goes well with, and I love that part of it.
This was kind of a collab wing that we did.
I saw something like this in a friend's ring, and I was really kind of obsessed with the idea because it allows you a little bit to play with depth perception and maybe where the horses think the takeoff might be or might not be. You know, you can really change it. You know, sometimes we do these two together and we call it like the quadruple bar, where you put another set of wings behind it and it can just look a little trippy, you know, however you set it up. Very ramped or very square, and I think it gives you a lot of optical illusion with these standards. And it's been fun to play with.
Right on. And this little guy is a little taller than your normal hunter.
It's a solid box. Sometimes we use them out by themselves. We don't always have them underneath the rails. It would be like if we were almost like for us a cavaletti. So when we do a little cavaletti work, we might step cavallettis and then step these little boxes. But I think right now with this little S feeling we have, it's very nice. I like to coordinate colors. So I can tell the kids, oh, you're going to come a little bit off the S line. You're going to bow. I think this might be 8 strides to this and then 7 strides back to the matching rails over there. And it keeps everything very continuous.
It's got a little navy tinge.
Yeah, a little navy tinge.
And black.
Yeah, the color scheme is good.
Colors,
right? Navy and black. We keep it all in theme.
Okay, this is just the freaking gorgeous Swedish oxer.
This is not in my color scheme of life, I would say, you know, but we love it because I think it stands out as being so different than everything else. You know, it kind of gives us a little play on the colors, a little life to the ring. You know, we try to keep this fence a little bit interesting and not keep it just a square oxer, or a combination would be nice. We try to make it look a little bit standouter. So this time, again, another S line off the wood gate down there, back to the Auburn short 1 strides. It's very cool that way.
We do an oxer in the middle too, because you can do it so many all the ways.
You can swoop in, you can stay out. It's very inviting for you to kind of ride off of nature, you know, off your natural feel.
And what's this do for us, a Swedish oxer?
I mean, what it does is it hopefully encourages the riders to stay in the middle. But it also has a little execution, you know, so if I want the riders to go out in a slow number, they need to know to stay to the low side. And if the number gets forward, then they have to figure out how to do that forward and get to the low side. Obviously, the more you jump towards the high side, the more challenging for the horse. And the goal of the rider is to make the course less challenging for the horse, not more. Again, another rider question.
If you're going to ride with Barry, the wheels always have to be turning. Okay, last but not least, Barry dismantled another one of my jumps, and this is your 3.5 foot equitation wall.
What do you mean dismantled? I think this is how they're supposed to come,
I
right?
made it for a pair. I made it for a pair, but this is how it gets used in the...
He actually made these rails for me many years ago when he made the McClay fence that has the little...
turf goal skinny.
And I did it for about a month, and I was like, okay, I'm bored with that. So now these rails have not been on a jump normal, and I can't even tell you how long. They're usually like a skinny, fuzzy rail. We love them to stack on top of skinny boxes like this. I think it actually makes it a little more inviting to jump. I think jumping these very skinny walls would be a little harder without the rail to kind of give them a little guidance.
It's mostly up here, though.
Yeah, but the riders come out. When I've been building courses, I usually do it at night or on a Monday when nobody's around and I have time to think. And the riders come out of the barn and they trot in the ring and they go, what is Barry thinking today? And it just trips them out. It gets in their head before they even ever pick up a canter to it, you know?
Well, this has been a blast. Thanks for having us. I've never had more fun in an equitation ring.